Hi, welcome to this tutorial on completing your biodiversity survey. I'm out here at a public park close to my house and I'm going to show you how to do this. So first of all, I want to show you some of the supplies that I've brought. First of all, and maybe most importantly, I have my biodiversity monitoring protocol. This has steps for me to follow. I've taken a look at this at home. I understand what's here. I've brought the supplies that I need. So in addition to this protocol, I also have the data sheet. Super important. I've got a pencil for recording. And then I have this magazine here. It's just a surface that I can write on. If you have a clipboard, perfect. But if you have something else that's kind of hard. I've moved on to the in the field section of the protocol guide. I've picked out a spot for my survey. There's no rain. It's a natural site that's large enough. Okay, step one says fill out the top portion of the backyard biodiversity data sheet. So this is where you're going to be collecting all your data, recording your observations. We just need to get some background info right now. So I've already filled out my name, weather conditions. I've indicated where I'm at. I'm at an urban park. So I checked the one that says developed park. There are also lots of natural area options. Choose whatever is closest to the area that you're observing, that you've picked out. If you can get out into the forest or out into the beach, awesome. If you're in a backyard, that'll work too. Don't pick the blacktop, don't pick pavement. Make sure you are an area that is you're gonna be able to find some species. So one thing here that is important to note is you're asked for the GPS latitude and longitude. You need to find that out. Probably using your device will be the best way. If you have an iPhone, go ahead and use the Compass app. It'll tell you GPS coordinates. If you need to use Google Maps, that works great too. I can see my location here on Google Maps. I'm gonna hold down to drop a pin right next to my location. Once I do that and that red pin comes up, I can see my GPS coordinates up top in the search bar. So latitude comes first. I'll write that in the latitude box, followed by a comma, and then longitude as well. So I'll get that one in the longitude box. Part one of your survey includes looking really carefully for any animals that you see. So you're going to move systematically around your plot, maybe start at one corner and work your way to the other corner. Work in a pattern that makes sense that you'll get to see everything. A lot of what you'll be seeing are insects or other invertebrates. And so you want to look really closely. You can turn leaves over if you need to, look at the soil. Once you do spot any sort of animal life, make sure to grab your Seek app and use your Seek app to try to identify the species. Hopefully you've gotten a chance to practice this already, and so you know what to do here. If you're not able to identify down to the species level with the Seek app, that's okay, but make sure you take a picture. Take a picture through the Seek app. Or after you've used the Seek app, you can also take a picture with your regular camera app. That might make it a little bit easier for you to get to the pictures later. I should mention that even if you're moving through the plot in a systematic way, keep your eyes up as well. There are a lot of flying animals that might come over your plot area, and you'll want to include those as well, or anything that crawls in and then crawls back out. So keep your eyes up, as well as looking at the ground and seeing what you can find. As I find species, I'm taking pictures of them, but I'm also recording them on my data sheet. So I found an ant that I wasn't able to identify. I've got a picture of it though, so I'm hopeful maybe I'll get it identified later. These are just example observations up here, so don't count them as your own observations. And so I found my own unidentified species 1, and it was an animal, and it was an ant, some type of ant. I'm going to continue to add species of animals as I find them. Each new species I'll add on its own line. If I can't identify something but it's different than that first ant that I found, I'd include that as unidentified species number 2. Okay, my 10-minute timer went up. I'm done looking for animals in my survey plot, but I do need to spend some time looking for plants and fungi. So I'm going to go through every single part here. This area is included in my survey plot, and I see a species here that I think I recognize it. So I'm going to use the Seek app and see if the Seek app can help me out. It's gotten all the way down to the genus level. That's one away from species. And it says brambles. So, okay, I think I'm gonna have to record this as an unidentified plant species, but I will add in my notes that this was brambles. I'll take a picture of it because I have a feeling that someone will be able to help identify what this is. You might even know yourself. Okay, I've completed both the animal portion of my survey and I've looked for all the plants and fungi that I can find. I've filled out my data sheet. I checked the protocol guide where it says before you go, and everything looks good. When you get to this portion of your survey, take a moment, relax, enjoy where you're at. Also feel good about the work you've done. The data that you've collected is contributing to both the Vashon Nature Center and also a larger biodiversity project in the region. And the work you do is helping us understand the natural world we live in. So great job.